analysis. We've decided that that tire's fine, that we're not going to flip it because it's definitely not because I can't get it back off without a tire machine. No, never. It'd never be that. Yeah, it's that. It's I tried getting it off with bars. It's not having it. So, you know, moral of the story here is check it before you put, you know, tires on your rims. If not, you just run it, and you know it's fine. Alrighty, it's another day getting ready for Rocky Mountain Race Week. So last night we got the drag radials mounted on the rims, which went fairly well. Went about as good as I was expecting. So we got that all taken care of. And then now today, what we're gonna be working on is we've already got the new wheels and tire, or not the new wheels, but the new tires put on the C10. So the new ones ended up going on the front, and then the rears are just those old ones that we had on there before. And so we're gonna use those as our burners because we don't really need to keep those, but we got brand new ones on the front. So once those ones are gone, we'll put another set of these on the rear. But yeah, we're doing pretty good. I'm happy with how they look on the truck. I think they look really sharp. I think they fit the truck a lot better because also too, it's really got more of a very much Midwest old farm truck vibe. So those fit really well, and we got some new, you know, got all that taken care of. I did end up finding the truck still has a little bit of vibration, so we did front wheel bearings, and that definitely was part of the problem. But the passenger side, that's all good to go. Driver side, the upper ball joint is loose. It's not, at least I don't think it's worn out, but I can see the bottom of the stud move, which usually if a ball joint's worn out, it's the upper cup is actually worn out, and it's not moving in the cup, it's the bottom of the stud's moving. So, and it doesn't, you know, just thought about it, you know, could be broken, but if it was broken, that thing would have shot, you know, it would have shot out of there already. So we'll just go in, we'll tighten it up, call it a day, which it might have just been over time, like it broke the washer and the washer spit out. It's because it's not moving by a lot, it's just moving by a little bit. But yeah, so we'll get C10 pulled in, we'll do that, and then if I've got time, I want to reroute some fuel hoses and a couple other things. But right now, there's really nothing stopping us from leaving for race week. So I feel good about it because we've only got about, I think, 6 days until we leave, something like that, because we're leaving on Friday. But yeah, and then as you can see, it is not clean anymore. I mean, that's the shelf. The shelf is doing pretty good, but over here, nothing is where it needs to be. So we're gonna take some time, get all this cleaned up, and then we'll get rolling. Alrighty, y'all. We got the upper ball joint tightened up. So I ended up having to heat it with a torch and get some vice grips on this bottom part here, but I got about another full turn out of it, which would explain our shake and our slop. Not really a slop, it was just a very slight shimmy. And so I think it's a combination of wheel bearings not being done correctly, and then this either just working itself loose over time or something else. But yep, and then went back through. That's always torrentially leaked, so that's fine. But as you can see, we got a nice little piece of duct tape over there because one of my grease fittings popped out and there's nothing there for threads to go into anymore. So, but I did get it greased before I did that. So whole front steering is greased. I got upper and lower ball joint on that side, and then upper and lower ball joint on this side done. So everything is torqued as far as everything's tightened, everything is greased. So as far as the front end goes, we're ready for race week. So now all we've got left is that exhaust, header, and then fuel lines and cruise control. We're pretty well ready to rip. So we got, we're leaving Friday. Today's Sunday, so got a couple more days to just get some stuff jammed out. But yeah, as far as like on the road, everything good to go, we're ready. So sigh of relief on that one, but today what we're working on is we're finally getting the transcooler temperature, or should I say transcooler gauge installed. So we got the transmission cooler line snipped off right here, so that way we can go ahead and put the temperature sensor in. So this is our union piece right here. Then this is our temp gauge, or temp sender. And I had to do a couple little splices here because I was under the impression that the hard line was 3/8, and I was mistaken, it was 5/16. So what we're doing here is I grabbed some new 3/8 line, we're gonna make a couple unions, and then we're just gonna adapt it into what I have currently and just use rubber hose to make things work. And so, is it the most optimal? No. But are we gonna do it? Absolutely, you betcha we are. So, we're gonna get this all put in, and then we've gotta put the gauge in to the dash at some point in time. So, same series of gauges that all my other ones are, but yeah. So we're gonna end up getting that plugged in, and then besides that, we got center consoles pretty much done. I'm not gonna have time to recover it, or to cover it before I leave. I may not, I'm not really sure yet. I'm not really focused on that. Biggest thing is getting the trans temp gauge in, and then probably cruise control, and then welding up that, my goodness, if I can speak words today. And then, yeah, then getting that exhaust header welded up. So yeah, we're gonna get rolling. Well, welcome back. It has been some time later. Rookie mistake. Okay, on my end, not gonna lie, 100% did it to himself. But we got the new adapter put in for the transmission temperature sensor, and got it put into the line, and that's not really the problem. Ran the truck already today, went and ran a bunch of errands, did some other stuff today, and everything was working really well. And then when I got home, I'm like, huh, weird, I can smell transmission fluid. Must just be huffing a little bit. It wasn't. I mean, it was huffing, but not from where it should be. So if you look over here, all of that's like nice, shiny, and black. Yeah, it's not supposed to be shiny. It's been leaking pretty like next level severe. Some transmission fluid, so we're gonna check and see how low we are. But what it ended up being was the piece of rubber line that I used in between here and here. There was just enough slack in it for these two to be off kilter from each other, and it just punched a hole right in it. So it wasn't leaking for very long, but it leaked enough to make quite a bit of a mess. So okay, back from the parts store. We got the right hose this time, and let's put it back in, and then we'll go take the truck and get it cleaned. Welcome back to another wonderful day. We're here working on the C10 again. Nope, I don't like that. That seems way too official. Let's try that again. What's up, y'all? Back working on the C10. I got the header pulled off this morning because, as you can see, our V-band flange is no longer, it's still doing the flange things, like somehow it's still stayed on, but we've got ourselves a leak here. So truck's been idling a little weird just on startup. Really hasn't been too bad, and honestly, if I wasn't leaving on race week, I really wouldn't even mess with it. But we are leaving for race week. We've got to drive, 18 hours or so all the way, and then we're doing the whole event, and then we have to drive back, and I'd really rather weld here at home. I'm gonna bring the welder, or just very handy dandy Chicago Electric Harbor Freight welder, which, by the way, those things do a fantastic job for 120 bucks. I mean, it's still a $120 welder. Man, it puts in some good work. So we're gonna come in here. Now this is stainless. I am using regular MIG wire, but also too at this point in time, as you can see, these headers aren't exactly like these. I should say these are really nice headers from Speed Engineering. They are a very good little piece of kit. And this braking, that is not their fault. That's my fault. Because if you look at the very first video for Rocky Mountain Race Week for the 2023 year, I fixed the exhaust. One of the hangers broke, and so what I did was I basically just took the rest of the hanger that was there, self-tapered it into the bed floor, and called it a day. Well, what I unintentionally did when I did that was I put a bunch of stress on that joint in the exhaust system, And over all the miles and passes and heat cycles, I ended up cracking all the welds and breaking the entire weld all the way around, because you can see even, I mean, it just popped it clean off. So we're just gonna come back in, we're gonna lay another bead here. This is about where it actually wants to sit. And so because that's where it wants to sit, that's where we're gonna weld it. And then I'll get all that cleaned up, ground down, make it look nice, and then we'll get it back in the truck. And then we're moving on to cruise control. I'm gonna start getting all of that put in. I've got some decoded digital pieces sitting in a box over here. So that'll be our actual speed sensor for it. And then, yeah, I think it's an O2 Suburban cruise control module and stepper motor. And then that'll go up in the engine bay. So I have no idea if all that's gonna work together or not, but we're gonna find out. So let's get rolling. It looks terrible, but it'll clean up good. Woo, there's some good heat marks. Alrighty. We're gonna let this cool down, and then we're gonna come back in with a grinder and clean it all up, and we're good to go. Yes, I did all of this in flip-flops because I can. All right, well, we got the header done. So we got it all welded back up here. A couple ugly spots, but for $120 Harbor Freight welder, and as you can see, we got good heat marks in here, so we had some good penetration as far as the welds go. So let's see if I can get it to focus up. There we go, now you can see it. So got good heat marks, shouldn't be moving any, so that's mostly what I was looking for more than anything else. But yeah, so we'll go ahead. I got it cleaned up for the most part. There's still some little burrs, which that's really the only downside with the flux core, is that you've just got a lot of extra little burrs that pop out. So it's dirtier than regular MIG welding. It's definitely way dirtier than TIG welding, but I mean, for 120 bucks, it's welded and we're good to go. So I also used that welder to actually finish the whole floor on the C10 last year. So no, it's been a good little welder. So we'll get this back in, exhaust will be done, and then we're on to cruise control and temp gauge. All right, we got all of our cruise control components laid out. So this is a factory Silverado or Suburban cruise control module. So it's got your actual stepper motor and cable in there. And then this is our transmission speed sensor. So this will just go in place of the speedometer cable, just in line with it, because for Turbo 350s, they use an actual physical gear and shaft setup. So that's the extension for that. Alrighty, we got the adapter put in. So if you're looking here, we're at the back of the transmission. Hello, drive shaft. There you are. Yeah, this is where the speedometer cable usually goes into the tail housing for a Turbo 350. So this is our speed signal generator. Then we got our wiring running up to the front of the truck up over there. And as you can see, we got passenger side exhaust back in, all that good jazz. So headers re-welded and really doing pretty good. So that's all back together. So we got wiring running up through over here, and then yeah, so we got all that done. So now all we need to do is all the rest of the work's gonna be topside and wiring and all that good jazz, so we can set the truck down, and theoretically we don't ever have to lift the truck before we leave for race week again. Hopefully. Okay, so after way too long of looking at wiring diagrams, I think we finally got it figured out how I need to wire all this up. This is by no means what anybody else should be going off of, but I think I got it figured out for the most part. So kind of just was looking at some different forums, got some stuff written down here, but I think we pretty much figured out. Yeah, I'm just not hooking up certain wires. Hooking up the majority of them, but it may not automatically disengage. So I'll have to toggle the switch and basically just turn the whole system off, but that's also okay. For this particular trip, we can fix it when we get back. So. Well, this has escalated quickly. So we're in doing the gauges for the truck. Tried cruise control, didn't work. So we just kind of cut all that out, and we'll deal with that later because I don't feel like dealing with it right now. So we're just gonna man up and just drive the truck to Texas without cruise control. It'll be fine. We did it all the way to Colorado and back, so what's all the way down to basically the most southern part of the continental US. That's, can't see a single thing wrong with that. Anyways, moving on. We were getting all the new gauge wiring put in, so I had 2 harnesses that were already in here from the other 2 gauges, so then came back in and started cleaning some stuff up here because I just had very interesting just bundles of wire. So not done quite yet with it, but I'll fill you back in when I actually am done wiring. But this is what we're doing right now. Alrighty, definitely better than it was before. So I've got, this is the transmission temperature sensor harness, so we got that in, and then I believe this should be fuel level, and then this one and that guy are oil pressure sensor, and then yeah, we just got the rest of this bundled up here. It's hard with wiring because even when you have it done, it still looks like garbage unless you spend a lot of time, and I do not have a lot of time to spend on this wiring right now, so it's functional, so that's what we're going with. But yeah, I gotta get the dash pop back together and get everything tested out. Well, would you look at that? Trans temp gauge is working. Just waiting for the bezel to dry. Should actually be able to put it back in this morning, but yep. Shark's still in a couple pieces, but we're almost there. We just have to put that back in, put the radio back in, and we're pretty much ready to leave for race week. So got a couple little bits to finish up here and there, but really nothing too big. So we're almost Texas bound. Today's Wednesday, we leave Friday, so yeah, we actually have a little bit of breathing room this time, so I'll take it. Well, it is now that time. We're finally leaving for race week, so we're going to be driving down to Kansas City tonight, picking up Sam, and then tomorrow we will be mobbing on down to Lufkin. I did get the trans cooler plumbed in the radiator, and then I've got a other auxiliary one because trans temps were doing okay. It just wasn't quite keeping up, so plumbed the feed line, or not the feed line, but pressure line into the actual trans cooler in the radiator, and then as it comes out of the radiator, goes up into the auxiliary cooler and then back into the transmission. So we're hoping that that'll take care of all the spiking of temperature issue. And so did get to chat with a couple of guys last night, and one of them was a transmission guy, and we were talking about it, and he said, plumbing it through the coolant, even though the coolant's going to be, roughly 190 to 200 degrees, it'll help take the bite out of the spike in the transmission fluid temperatures. And so, which really that's the hardest part for that other transcooler to keep up with, is just the spikes in the temperature. So I think basically we're using the actual fluid to keep it level, and then the majority of the cooling is actually going to be done by that auxiliary cooler. So we're going to get on down the road and see if that actually works, or if I'm just going to be plumbing in some more transmission coolers. But we're going to find out one way or another. So yeah, we'll get back to you when we're actually on the road and heading to Kansas City. I'm gonna shoot this and make it look like your truck broke and that mine was just fine.
Caleb, what time is it?
It's a time on the clock. It's like 7:40.
And why are we so late getting going?
We're not late getting going. We took preventative maintenance measures, which we're gonna have to take this time anyways. But if you look here,
have to sit on the side of the road.
right, we got another transcooler and that transcooler, and then there's another one in the radiator. So take some time outside of Columbus to pick up these two fine gentlemen.
At Davis Detailing.
At Davis Detailing.
Hell yeah.
And we got another transcooler put in the truck, and we're just hanging out. We're gonna be getting back on the road and hopefully hitting Sam's house at what, midnight or 1? Probably.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, we're gonna hit the road here pretty soon and keep on mobbing. We're in Mound City and almost to Sam's, so I think we're gonna get in at about 1 a.m., which should be about the same time that Sam does, because Sam went to a wedding and he then had to drive back. So we might be leaving a little bit later. I'm not quite sure yet, but we got some fuel and we're gonna get on to Kansas City.
So it's the next morning. We got in at about, I think 1:20, or no, we got in about 1:10, and yeah, everybody's getting some sleep right now. I think I'm about one of the first ones up, but yeah, it's about 8 o'clock, and we found out Levi's slip yoke's leaking pretty bad, so I think we're gonna swap out a slip yoke for his truck, and I think we're just gonna scrounge up some food and get rolling with the day. So, bring you along.
No more hole.
I'm filming, you filming. Zoom shot.
Oh my gosh.
We gotta do the camera guy thing.
Camera guy thing?
Yeah.
Right. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I could go all the way to... I can't do wide angle while I'm filming. But I could switch to wide angle and then film. And it's super, like, fish-eyed.
Like the 90s.
For that side that came out? Smells delicious. Yeah.
They're gonna be an inch and a 16th.
Like, they don't have a...
What do you want from me? If we were in a smaller town, they'd have them.
Yep. Because Advanced actually did pull up 1310, but they were out of stock.
That's some
That's it.
baloney.
And I was like, how about
So shiny.
1330s? And he just kept on bringing 1310s. No. Type in D-1330X.
So what we got here is a 1978 drive shaft. It's been shortened 2 inches. That's going into a 1968 C20, even though it's no longer a C20. And put in some Audi U-joints. Because why not make it more confusing?
If there's ever a vehicle that just expressed you as a person, it's this.
I'm just waiting for the day that someone steals it. I'm going to be like, you know what, check the U-joints. I bet they're Audi.
Are the hit?
Okay.
Wow, your glass packs are still glowing red.
What did you say, Derek?
Is that helping, guys?
Totally.
You know, we're only on the jack. We're only on the jack.
Oh no, the rotation.
I'm just waiting for you to look over. I'm back in the city.
So Sam and I, we're eating lunch. Just watching Levi have to pick up his coilovers. You know,
We didn't have popcorn, but
just average race week stuff.
we had a sandwich.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Can you get it closed?
It's closed now.
Okay.
No, it's not.
That's fine.
Now it's closed.
Square bodies.
I'm not used to it.
Never stress. Got that sunshine on my Sunday bed. Eric's ready for race week. Let's go. Really hot.
We are stuck in traffic in Tulsa. Ew.
I'm not built for this.
The car is cool, but we are not. You can see how red I'm getting. Levi is lost.
He's not lost. He's just those who want. Not all who wander are lost, Sam. But yes, Levi's lost.
Levi is not a wanderer who is not lost.
He's a wanderer that is lost.
Yeah, so we're just gonna see if he appears magically at some point here.
Yep.
We still have 6 hours of driving, but thankfully the
6?
sun, yeah, the sun will be going down soon.
Sam,
Which-
Sam, wait for it.
Shade. I'm not quite in the shade.
You're almost there.
Go a little further. Go more forward. There we go. Trees. I love trees. Trees. Alright. See you guys in the future. I lost my driver. He's gone. I can't reach anything.
Levi's right behind us.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome. That didn't take long at all.
Yeah, he's coming. He's a little ways behind us, so.
They can see him, I guess.
Well, we can't see him, but he's on 75 now.
Oh, that's what I said. Nice. Nice of you to join me. I realize I can't reach the throttle and do anything fun and hooks you back. I can't even honk the horn.
I was watching.
There's no horn.
We can't.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, that works.
Yes!
I've never used the horn.
Don't honk. We got people in front of us. That's rude. Now, the Camry guy, we could. Don't do it. No. You're not going to be rude to this Jeep in front of us. They've been nice to us. Sam, I'll break your fingers. Don't you think I won't? Do it. Leon, you're like, why don't I ride that's milk people in the snowstorm. Cheeseburger. 107. Place to be.
I wonder why it's called 107.
We can probably ask.
Because they don't have 107 burgers.
They don't, but it's great food.
There we go.
Welcome everybody. It's almost 2 in the morning, Sunday. So we're gonna be back to tech in about 7 hours. But you know, we're doing great. We're almost to Lufkin. It's raining. And yeah, we're just jamming on the road. Had a couple of setbacks, but nothing too big, so we're getting on the way. We stopped in Paris, Texas at 107. I think it's just a burger joint, just 107. Highly recommend it. Super nice people, great food.
Delicious
And,
burgers.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just burgers. I had grilled tacos, or grilled chicken tacos. It's fantastic. Loved every bit of it. And yeah, so we're mobbing on down the road. And, yeah, we're gonna go to our hotel and finally get to take a shower and continue on. So,
And we're stopping. Yep. This is great because I can be the flashlight and the filming at the same time.
I'm filming Sam while he's filming Levi, while I'm also doing the same thing.
Brand new wipers. Don't stay on the truck. They will now stay on the truck. The wiper blew off at 60 and wedged itself in the hood to save the wiper.
All right, let's get off the road. Yay! Sup, nerds? You guys got here way before we did. If you're wondering, it's dark outside. It's because it's 2 o'clock in the morning, but you know, we made it here.
Cadillac wagon.
I know, we're so happy.
Warms my soul.
Can't wait to see you guys in like 6 or 7 hours whenever we actually wake up. But by the way, cars look great. Glad to see you guys here. We'll check y'all in the mornings or just later in this morning because it's already morning. Why did we get in at 2? Why did we do this to ourselves?
We wanted to drive through the rain.
Yeah.
Because Breaking Bad.
I'm sorry, Levi. That name's sticking now. Sleep deprivation created this monster. There's difference.
All right, Caleb. Would you like to tell the audience what has happened?
All right, so it's 3 o'clock Sunday morning. We start racing here, or we go to tech inspection, I should say, at 9. So we've got 6 hours. We rolled in, got to our hotel room. It smells like black mold in here, and so I went to go take a shower. There's no fan in the bathroom. There's really not even enough room to be in the bathroom, and so we so we're leaving here in 6 hours when we leave for tech, and we're not coming back. And so we ain't got a different hotel room already because we'll have a couple other people staying with us, and there's just not enough room in here. So that's also part of the other problem. So yeah, we're gonna go and try and. Yeah, we're just gonna go get a different room. That's what we're gonna do. So, just keep the party rolling. But we figured we'd just share that with you. You know, this is what the adventures look like. Sometimes they just involve black mold. Sometimes it just happens. But you know, Sam and I, we already cheered. You know, we went ahead and cheers to emergency. Just right off the bat, you know, we're gonna get ahead of that mold.
Oh, we should have included that.
We probably should have. But yeah, so we're making it work. But we're here. We're in Texas, and we may or may not sleep for a little bit. Sam might sleep. I'm probably not gonna sleep. I'll sleep when we get to the other hotel room. So
At 10 p.m. tomorrow.
At 10 p.m. tomorrow. But that's okay.
I will be taking a nap before then.
Yeah, you will be. I probably won't, but that's okay. So we're gonna be here. So
Very tired.
I'm very tired. I just wanted to come into a room and sleep, not have black mold. But it is what it is. We'll get into a better hotel tomorrow. Actually, we're gonna get into a better hotel today.
Tomorrow.
It's today, Sam. Just because you haven't gone to bed doesn't mean the clock and the world revolves around you. It is today. We're gonna get a better hotel room today. God. Oh, why are we here? Why has this happened? This is what we get for making fun of Levi for breaking down. Levi, we didn't make fun of you for breaking down, but we did chuckle most of the time. But it's because we love you.
And also it makes for...
It does. It makes for a great video. Let me tell you what right now. Just this first video, just absolute banger. Just absolute banger. I really should stop sighing because the more I sigh, the more I breathe heavy, and then the more just of everything I breathe in.
It's that time of the day.
Oh gosh, man. Just.
It's fine. Tomorrow's gonna be fun. We're gonna race.
Do you mean today?
Tomorrow.
It's today, Sam. We both know it's today.
It is tomorrow, in
It
fact.
is today.
It's gonna be great. It'll
It's
be
gonna be
fine.
fantastic.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah, so actually what I'm probably gonna do is go grab my laptop and I'm gonna start probably editing the video that you guys are watching right now. So
Yes.
okay, I'm gonna go grab a laptop then. So I can do something while I'm sitting here.